it's just people gonna see that and they're not gonna want to be around you. Like, though you're so beautiful, your spirit is not, you know. I don't care if you have the worst grades right now. They gonna all become A's and B's in the name of Jesus.
Period. Amen. I'm sorry. I mean, amen.
I'm on, but you want me home. I get you what you want.
Hello you guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be doing a girl talk with one of my closest friends, and she's going to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Ava.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
The first thing we're going to be talking about is loving yourself, you know, how to have confidence, you know, self-care. So what I can say about that is that, like, I feel you won't have confidence until you're like content with being by yourself. Like, I feel like you can't like have like true confidence if you're always looking out to like other people. Like, if it's from men, from your friendships, from your job, like it's always gonna run out because it's not coming from like a place where it's like from like a strong foundation, I guess I could say. So when you have that like inner self-confidence, it really helps you to just know you can do like whatever you want. Like, the world is yours. So I just feel like it just puts you
Definitely, yeah. And when you have that confidence within yourself, you can project that. Like, people can see that. I think people can definitely spot an insecure person from a mile away, because when you feel that kind of way, but when you feel when you feel that way about yourself, I think it really just kind of reflects on people. So yeah, definitely. And having that confidence within yourself can it'll allow people to have confidence in you as well.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
I think it goes a long way.
So how would you say like if somebody's like struggling with self-confidence, like how would you tell them like what ways can they work on getting to that, you know, point of really loving themselves?
You know, until you get to that point where you love yourself, I just say fake it till you make it. Like, don't let people know your insecurities. Try to hide that stuff for yourself until you can work on it yourself. I don't know. I feel like that's what I've done. I kind of just hide that from other people. I feel like my close people know, but like as far as like other people, they won't know that, so they don't know like, oh, you're insecure about that. I would have never guessed. You know, keep them guessing.
Yeah, which is, I think it's funny that you said that, because especially like, I'm not trying to say there's like ugly and pretty females, but I think when you're like a really pretty female and people know like you have insecurities, it's just like, oh my gosh, like they're shocked, you know, they won't ever know it. And it's because, like Ava was saying, it's like you're faking it till you make it. So it's not like, even though you may not love something about yourself, don't go out like talking down about yourself. Exactly. Be like, oh my gosh, I'm so ugly. Like, I understand everybody have like their problems and stuff, and it's good to open up about it, but don't make it into like a habit where it's just like you can never really ever see the good in yourself. And that's something I'm working on as well too. That's why I say I can give y'all advice on it, but it's like for me and y'all. So yeah.
But everybody has insecurities, so like,
yeah,
I don't think there's any person on earth that has something like everything they love about themselves.
Even if it's not physically, like it could be like a character trait that you have, you know, personality. Yeah.
So I think that's normal. So I don't know.
So how do you feel like society plays a role in like having confidence?
Oh my gosh, I think society definitely portrays like, especially with not even just with females and males.
Yeah.
How like the ideal person should look.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether it's like that's how they really look, or like you see like on Instagram, like all these kind of like filters, this stuff, photoshopping and stuff. And then you have people with, you see them get all these likes, all this attention. You have like younger people saying like, I want to look like that. I'm supposed to look like that.
Yeah.
But I look like this. So I feel like definitely like the world, even consciously or not consciously, we do that to ourselves. We're just like, well, why can't I look like this person? Or why can't I look like that person? Maybe if I do this, I'll look like this person.
Yeah.
But in reality, most of that stuff is just fake anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think society definitely makes people feel like this is how you're supposed to look. Even like if you talk to people like with their preferences, Like most people say, like, oh, I want like a tall man, I want this, I want that. Guys, they want a female with like a certain body type.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure,
Because
yeah.
that's what's becoming normalized.
Mhm.
But the reality is like all body types, all heights. That's what should be normalized in society. Most people can't help how short they are, how tall they are, what their weight is, or what something like that.
Okay,
You know
girl.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, girl. I know.
So,
yeah, girl.
Yeah.
I know that's right. That's why she's my friend. But yeah, like everyone said, I completely agree. Like especially in like the plastic surgery like industry, like it's one of the like most wealthiest industries out there, making billions of dollars like every single year, because people are paying like endless amounts of money to just look like a certain celebrity. Like so many people just feel like, oh, once I look like this person, I will get that satisfaction that I need. But we have to understand that, you know, it has to come from within. You know, because looks, they fade away, but, you know, the heart is what really truly matters.
Beauty, that true beauty.
That true beauty really comes from the heart, because I'm telling you right now that you could be such a pretty female, you could be such a cute dude, but if your personality is trash, it's just people gonna see that and they're not gonna want to be around you. Like, though you're so beautiful, your spirit is not, you know. And I feel like people, we care too much about like what's physically out there, then like we don't care enough about what's inside, and really just trying to be good to other people and loving ourselves. Because in order for you to really be good to other people, or to love other people in relationships, in a friendship, you have to be able to love yourself. Even like in society, like if a guy gets with a girl who may not fit his standard, it's just like people are like, like, I wonder what she's doing. Same thing with like if a female's with a dude, it's like if it's reversed, it's the same thing, because people only care about what's outside. Like nobody really cares about really getting to know people anymore. So that gets like really annoying. And yeah, social media plays like a big factor in that. Like Ava was saying, everybody wants like a certain body shape, but it's like if we all look the same, like there's gonna be, it's just, you know what I'm saying?
It's boring.
Like, it's boring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if everybody has that certain size, or everybody has that certain height, like you can't really appreciate people's indifferences, because we all look the same.
Exactly.
You know, so I just feel like we have to appreciate our indifferences and, you know, just love ourselves. And it's easier said than done, especially in a time we're in now, where everybody's like, if you don't look like this, you know, you're not popping. If you're not this height, you're not popping. You're not making this type of money, you're not popping. So it's just, it really all comes from like your inner self and knowing who you are as a female or as a male. Definitely. So we talked about confidence, so let's talk about guys. How do you know when a guy is wasting your time?
I don't know. I think that's the issue.
Okay.
Most of the time, I don't know if a guy's wasting my time, so I stay, and then you realize like afterwards. So I don't know.
Okay. I feel like the way you know if a guy is wasting your time, it's just like, it's certain red flags and signs I feel like you need to pay attention to. And of course, we don't always pay attention to it, because we always want to see like the potential that person have and not really believe that maybe they're a little crazy. But you know, I just feel like it all just comes from like discernment and just really understanding like if this guy likes me, like how do you want to be treated? I feel like if a dude is not treating you how you should be treated, then I just feel like it's like you're wasting your own time. If the dude is, if he doesn't have the same type of standards you have, or the same type of goals you have, or similar, like you already know you're wasting your time. Because most of the time we know, we just don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying?
That's that toxicity.
That's that, like, I'm telling you. And it's especially if the guy, like, you know, he's very attractive, we're just like, dang, I'm not gonna be able to find somebody else that look that good, interested in me, you know. So we end up staying in it. So I really believe it's just like,
but then I feel like that kind of ties into like your self-love too.
Yes, girl.
It's just like you're not even like valuing yourself at that point. You're just like, I just want to hold on to him, because like who else am I gonna find? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
because when you don't have self-love, I promise you will entertain so many things that like you shouldn't be entertaining. But because you don't have that self-love, you feel like, dang, like nobody gonna love, I don't even love myself. Like you're chasing for love, you're looking for that satisfaction. So no matter if a guy treats you like crap, you're gonna stay because you just want to feel loved, you know. And honestly, that only, like, the love that you want can only come from yourself and of God. But of course, having him first as priority. But he's the only person that could really like help you, because he loves you and he knows what love is. So once you like,
yes, he is love.
girl, yes. So once you like understand that and stuff like that, I feel like it helps you even in your relationships.
Yeah.
Like to be able to know like, okay, I'm not gonna waste my time with this boy, or I'm not gonna waste my time with this girl because I know we're not on that same type of like level and mindset. Cause like at the age I am, like I'm 20. You wanna say your age?
I'm almost 20. I'm 19. I'm almost 20.
She almost 20. But I feel like we're at the age now where it's like you don't really have time to waste with people. It's like when you're younger, it's different. Like you can like waste your time and stuff like that. And I mean, we're still young. Don't get me wrong.
Like,
We're still young. But I just feel like, I don't know if it's just like my mindset. I just don't want to waste time with people. Because I'm like, next thing you know, I'm about to be 30. Like, I'm not about to be out here. Sorry. That's a whole nother conversation. But I'm not about to be out here like just talking to dudes that don't have, that's not there. You feel me? So, how do you feel like if you want to be friends with a guy, like how do you feel you control that, I guess?
Like not crossing that boundary?
Yeah, not crossing that boundary.
I think you just have to keep your friendship platonic. I mean, if you go into the friendship with feelings, for me personally, I just don't know how the feelings just disappear. I don't see how that works, but I think in like regards to say like if that other person has a significant other, like not crossing those boundaries, you have to keep your friendship platonic. If you feel like there's any kind of feelings arising on your part or on their part, that's just something that you have to like respectfully bow out of.
Do you think
in my opinion?
Do you think it's hard to like really have like a guy friend?
No, not necessarily.
That don't like you? That
Oh yeah. No, not all the time. Not all the time. But I feel like it's not as easy, I feel, as it should be. Because even if you go into like the friendship like completely platonic, I feel like somebody's just bound to catch feelings at some point. So
yeah, and that's when you have to like let it be known.
yeah, like hey, it's not going nowhere. But then again, it's just like the person might understand, but
not
they
comprehend.
yeah, they're not comprehending it. So no, they're comprehending it. They're not understanding. Like, no, this is not what it's gonna be. So, I mean, but I mean, I definitely think it's possible though. I think girls and guys can definitely be friends. I have friendships with guys that's like completely platonic, but
do you? Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you feel like being like having female friends is way different from like guy friends, or do you think like they're about the same? Like, you know how like some people be saying like, oh, like females cause too much drama. I like only staying with like male friends. Like, how do you feel about that?
For me, I think it's the same because I think I have like a good balance of both. So it's not, I don't have more female friends than guy friends. I definitely don't have more guy friends than I do female friends. So I think, I mean, drama comes from all around. But I will say, I think naturally females do come with more drama, but any drama I have with my guy friends, it's because of another female. So technically, I guess it is the females. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's like
I feel you.
It's like drama with them, but it's coming from another female, like an outside person. So
yeah, for sure.
And I feel like that kind of drama to me is worse than just like me and my friends having drama.
Oh, because it's like you don't know the female, right?
I don't even know the female,
it's
so
like,
it's just like now it's like my problem. I don't know the person,
and it's coming from a dude, like
yeah,
you know, it's
because
just,
the dude is like the common denominator
for
of
sure.
it. She's on the outside. To me, I mean to her, I'm on the outside too. So like we don't know each other, but somehow there's drama in between all that. On the other hand, if it's just like my girlfriends, it's just like this is our issue.
Yeah.
There might be other people coming in, but at the end of the day, it's our issue. And I'm closer, like my closest friends, they are girls. But I still have like guy friends, girlfriends. But like most of my closest friends, they're girls.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you feel about like say if you're dating a guy and he has a female friend, how do you feel about that?
Listen, I personally don't trust it.
Why don't you trust
I don't like it. And oh gosh. If they have like a female friend, that's fine. But for me, it's like the close female friends. Like y'all do everything together. Y'all do this. Y'all do that. Y'all talking like all times of night. I don't like that. Because personally, for me, if one of my guy friends were to get into a relationship, I'm not gonna be calling him like all times of night. I'm not saying, oh, let's hang out today, tomorrow, or the day after, No, I'm not doing all of that. For me, because like I have so much respect for your relationship. Even if you don't, I'm going to have respect for your relationship because that's the type of person I am.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to be all on you when you have somebody else. Because I wouldn't like it if that was me. I'm not saying if I get with somebody and he has a female friend or female friends, I don't need you to cut nobody off. I'm just saying respect my relationship. That's all I want. And if you can't respect it, I'm leaving or you're leaving. And if you don't want her to leave, I will leave. I will leave myself. That's it. So.
Drop the mic. Boom.
But I would prefer like the person I get with not even have like a girl best friend. I don't want that.
I think that's where we differ at.
Yeah, I don't want it. But I'm not the type of person to say, well, you need to cut her off.
Yeah.
I'm not that person because I will leave myself.
Honestly, truly, I feel like you could be friends with whoever you want to be friends with. That's your business. But like Ava was saying, like just respect my relationship, you know, because if I know, like, if I come into a guy's life and he has a female best friend, I don't have the right to be like, oh, you can't be friends with her no more. But of course, if I'm looking at the signs and seeing red flags, I'm not taking a chance, because guys be like, oh yeah, that's my sister, that's the homie. But yeah. So they be doing that. So I'm just like, I don't have time. Because, you know, especially like, I feel like guys nowadays, they always feel the need to lie, especially to a female that's not theirs, which that's another one of my problems.
Little stuff, like the littlest things.
About the littlest.
It's so annoying, bro.
I'm like, I can't hurt you. That really be my mindset. I'm like, why are you lying to me? Like, just be straight up with me. And that's why you really gotta like deal with like grown men, because like, I feel like even if the thing could hurt you, like a real man, he gonna tell you. Rather than a boy, he just gonna like, he gonna look at it from like, oh, I just didn't tell you because I thought it would hurt you. Like, to me, I don't like that. It's just fake behavior. Yeah. Cause no. For me, I want to give advice on like dating. I feel like as a female, you know, you'll really know how to date once you know yourself. Like once you, like we was talking about, have that confidence like within yourself. Like you'll know what guys you should be entertaining and what guys you should not be entertaining, because a lot of times guys will like call a female who not like going to talk to just any dude like stuck up, or she thinks she all that, but it's, you don't think you're stuck up. It's just, you know your worth, and you don't ever have to let a guy ever make you feel like you have to talk to him or he thinks you act too good for him, because okay, like let him think that. Like I don't think it should matter, because once you love yourself, you work too hard for that self-love to just let some other guy just come and take it from you, you know? So just like be careful with that, because I'm like, you know, I understand we still young, but we're only getting older. So I just feel like now you should really be trying to get to like know people and see like if you could see a future with them. Not saying y'all have to get married, but like I remember this lady was saying like, if you're gonna, like if you date somebody, you should think of it like, okay, like if there was a father of my children, or if there would be like my husband like tomorrow, would I be okay with that? And if it's a no, then it's like maybe you gotta revalue some things.
Maybe you're wasting your time.
Maybe you're wasting your time. You feel me? Not saying y'all have to get married, because I mean everybody has their own like opinions of marriage.
No, but you're talking about purposeful dating though.
Purposeful dating, because I mean I was talking to a guy who said like he don't think it's that serious. Like we're young, so it's like, you know, you could like play around, but it's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not like that, you know.
But I feel like that's some people's definition of dating though.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like dating, like just like trying out other people, seeing like different things. So
I mean, people have different views on dating. Cause me, I could like talk to different people, but I don't consider, like I don't say, oh, I date them. Like I talk to different people.
Yeah, I know. But I'm not saying no, but I don't mean it like that. But I'm just saying, like, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So yeah, but that's all I have to say about that. I think Ava agrees, or she already said her 2 cents on it. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about if you should like cut off, like how do you know when to like cut off a friendship, like when it's time to go?
For me, I personally believe like you will know in your heart when a friendship has run its course. I think whenever like old stuff gets brought up in your friendship, problems that you thought you dealt with, you know, stuff will be brought to light. It'll be like the littlest thing that can trigger you, and then all of these different problems keep coming up. And I feel like if you don't have that like communication, friendships, relationships, anything, if you don't have proper communication within that situation, it's not going to work. If you're not trying to understand where the other person is coming from, trying not to fix the problems, it's just not going to work. And I feel like whenever you just get tired of fighting for that friendship is when you should know maybe it's just ran its course. Maybe it's just for now, just for a couple months, or it's just the end of that friendship completely. You never know.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like whenever you lose, like you really lose that fight, that like effort to even want to be their friend anymore, maybe it's just y'all are just not meant to be in each other's life for this season or for, you know.
So how would you say like how to like go about like cutting off a friend respectively, like without it seeming like, oh, you have beef, or yeah.
I don't know. I think you just need to explain, like, you know, this is how I'm feeling. I don't know if it's worth like the stress anymore, you know. I don't know how you say it in a way for the other person not to feel a way, to be honest.
I was gonna feel the type of way.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to be rude about it. Just explain where you're coming from. You're just like, my heart is not even in this anymore. And there's no point of dragging the other person along with you if you're not even fighting for it. And it's also not fair for one person to be fighting for the friendship and another one isn't. So,
bingo. I feel like friendship breakups, they're not talked about enough, because honestly, truly, I feel like they're a little bit worse than like relationship breakups, in my opinion. Because I mean, it really depends, but because it's just like, you know, you either grow up with this person and, you know, always seeing this person every day till y'all not ever being with each other anymore, which is why I just feel like, you know, it's really hard a lot of the times to like cut off a friendship and like not knowing when is the right time, because most of the times we always want to like see the good in people. And you want to just always be there because you don't want to regret just cutting them off and, you know, act like make it seem where it's just like you're not there for that person anymore. But you have to understand, like, nothing ever deserves like to cause you stress. Like, it shouldn't be a job, it shouldn't be a relationship, a friendship. It shouldn't be anything. Honestly, anything you're around should just be adding peace into your life, joy into your life. And if it's not doing that, then honestly, you should just think about like, okay, should I keep this friendship? And that's where it goes back to where we're coming from, where it was just like, okay, it comes from having confidence in yourself, whether you know it or not. Because if you're looking for like confidence in other people, you're never ever gonna want to like cancel that friendship, because it's like once that person leaves, a part of you leaves with this person, because you probably was relying on them for like happiness and satisfaction. So I really feel like it's just, you know, making sure that what you're around is healthy and is bringing you joy and peace. And if it's not doing that, then it's just not supposed to be there. Like, honestly, truly, like, we're too young to be stressed out about people, you know, because people come and go. You know, you go through certain seasons in your life, certain transitions where it's like, where people want to go, you can't go there. Where they want to go, you can't go there. Well, y'all get what I mean. So it's just like, you know, just making sure that you know what you want. Like, once you know what you want, I feel like sometimes you kind of attract those things to you. Or just like praying to God and asking him, you know, to reveal things for you if somebody shouldn't be in your life. Because sometimes it's hard. Like, it's hard to like know if somebody's supposed to be there or not. And that's why I feel like that comes with like prayer and just asking God, like, okay, am I supposed to be in this person's life or not? And sometimes I remember a friend was telling me, like, sometimes if God will keep showing you multiple times, like, this person shouldn't be in your life, right? But he will allow this person to hurt you so much to the point where it's just like, you over it, like you just want to cut it off, and when you should have been cut it off. But you know, we don't always listen, we're hard-headed. And so yeah.
And not to say that like friendships won't go through situations,
yeah,
but
sure.
you're like, there's gonna be stressful situations, but I feel like it should never be the bad is outweighing the good.
Yeah.
And I feel like once it crosses that threshold, that's when you have to start reconsidering. Like, for me personally, I feel like I know when like a friendship needs to like end or just need to take a break. I think the issue is actually going through with it, like you said, because I feel like you said sometimes it's hard for you to know, but I feel like it's easy for me to know, but hard for me to actually like say, no, I need to let go of this.
You know what, I was gonna like give an example of like us.
Okay,
is that okay?
that's fine.
Okay. I'm not gonna go into depth, but like that kind of happened in our friendship, where I feel like we wasn't friends for like almost a year. We did not talk. Mind you, we was like real close, and you know, some stuff had happened. So I believe that we had to like take that space, because I don't think if we were to like stay friends the whole entire time, I don't think we would have like grown the way we have as individuals. And I think it would have been worse, of course, and just like, you know, because before I think we cut, before we didn't like talk to one another, I think we realized what the problem was, and we just needed like a break from one another. And I'm trying to tell you, like, sometimes you and somebody just need a break. That's why I don't like saying like, oh, like I like to like be optimistic about things and just think like, you know, this person may come back, they may not come back, because it's like, you know, sometimes God has to consecrate you to like an area. If you're spending too much time in that friendship, in that relationship, he will like, you know, take it away from you, and then y'all could probably reconnect later on in the future, and y'all are both like stronger, much more mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, and it's just like you probably couldn't have gotten to that position if that person was in your life.
Exactly. And I think we have like a better friendship now because of it, honestly.
For sure. And it's just like we think about certain back then things, it's just like, what the heck? Like
what was the point?
So it's really all about growth. But I think even when we wasn't friends, there was like no animosity, like there was no hate. It was always still like love on each other's end, but you know, it was just we was doing what we felt was best for both of us. And so yeah, you have to understand that, because not everybody gonna understand that too. I feel like we live in such a time too where it's just like people want to make it so much about so personal, like make it like, oh, you got beef with me, like you block somebody, they think you hate them or something. And I'm just like, no, certain people do stuff for their own reasons. Like for me, when I block somebody, it's for peace. I'm trying to tell you, I don't have no problem with you. If I see you, I'll say hello to you. I have no problem with you, but I just need that space and that time to just not to be able to like have any type of contact with you, because I know myself, I know I will be willing to text you back. I've done it before in the past. And so you know, you learn stuff and you should continue to move forward with the experiences you've been through. Definitely. I think we touched on like almost everything on the list. Ava, do you have any final say? So what do you want to say to like women who are probably struggling through a hard time right now?
I mean, honestly, for me, I'm a woman of faith. Like, prayer is what helps me. That's what keeps me like guided. Even if you're not, you just kind of have that. You have to kind of take those steps to love yourself. And I don't know.
So how would you say to let go of anxiety? I remember somebody asked me that.
Letting go of anxiety? I don't know. That's something I struggle with. I need somebody to let me know how to let go of anxiety.
Wait, were you done? I just want to say to anybody that's listening to this right now, like, you know, whatever you're going through right now, it will not last forever. I know that's so cliche, but like God has a purpose for you, and he wants to like take you to places. If you're still here, like you have a purpose, like you have a purpose of being here. Like, you know, you don't know what your idea could change in this like world, because you know this world is so crazy. So we really need more good people in this world to like override the bad. But yeah, continue to love yourself, have self-confidence, do things that like make you happy, like do certain, like if that's like meditation, prayer. I mean, they could both go together too, but like, you know, painting, going on walks, going to the gym, like just surrounding yourself by family and friends, like do stuff that can like help you. And honestly, I feel like a hypocrite because I struggle a lot with like anxiety and like depression. So I just want to say, like, you know, just know that you're loved and somebody sees you, you know, even though it seems like everybody's against you right now, somebody really cares for you. And what I could say about anxiety is just like give it to God, but don't overthink stuff, because sometimes most of the times your anxiety comes from like you like stressing about certain things that probably may never happen. And you know, just take a deep breath and just be like, you know what, I got this. Even if you're scared, you know, if you want to make that trip, girl, make that trip. You know, if you need to get to that promotion, do what you need to do to get that promotion. Like, don't let fear cause you to be anxious.
Don't let it be a roadblock.
Because most of the times we're anxious because of fear, like the fear because you're scared to do things. That's why you have anxiety, because it's just like, oh, I feel like if I do this not gonna work out. So now you're anxious and you haven't even started it, you know. And that's what the devil wants. He wants you to not get to that point where God wants you to get. But girl or male, whoever's watching this, you know, continue. You got this. Like, you are strong. You're a strong individual, and you have so many great things ahead of you. I don't care if you have the worst grades right now. They're gonna all become A's and B's in the name of Jesus.
Amen. I'm sorry. I mean, amen.
it's the inner city girls for me. Sorry, I was like, it'd be like that sometimes. But thank you so much for watching. You know, I hope we kind of gave some good advice, and you kind of learned from us because we're still working individuals too. So yeah, but peace, you guys. If you want another one of these videos, let me know and we could talk about more things. So bye.
Bye.